Previously on Turgeon's Travels.
I've run the full scan of the area, Turgeon. She's here.
Okay, sis. Now remember, your job is to keep her talking. I'll handle the rest.
Hey, found it. Just over this next ridge, Turgeon.
Board that ship and take control. Ha ha!
Oh wow, you're the Turjana from the After Dark show.
Neither of us are quite who we appear to be, are we, darling?
Perhaps we do have something to talk about after all. So if you'll just follow me, please. Andrew, open the box and initiate Harem Scarum.
Whoa, what was that?
What the bloody hell is she doing over there?
There are 2 SRVs coming this way. Oh no. Turgeon, this is bad. According to these readings, the Legacy's power core is about to go critical.
Stop! Don't get any closer! The Legacy's about to explode!
Andrew, disengage Harem Scarum.
She's heading towards the Legacy.
Well, Miss Starstone, looks like we'll have to postpone that little interview, I'm afraid.
Quick, we can follow in her ship.
That's not going to work, Turgeon. The ship's systems have been deactivated, remember?
And so now we're marooned. Turgeon?
Well, we could,
And now, the conclusion.
What? Will you stop staring at me like that, please? It's not like either of us planned for this to happen, is it?
Is there any of that Lavian brandy left? Translation, please.
Well, the good news is he says he's managed to work out what's disabling the ship.
And the bad news?
He's not sure he can actually fix it. Well, not with the tools Lily has on this ship, anyway.
Oh, great. So, we're marooned on literally the furthest possible planet from home, and our only hope of escape lies with an alien potato who needs the tools from the ship that was just stolen.
Oh, come on, you can't blame Spud here. It was you who brought Lily directly to the Legacy, remember?
Oh, I most certainly did not. Lily asked me to follow her to her ship. I didn't expect to find you lot here.
Oh, so now it's my fault for being efficient in actually finding Lily's ship, is it? That was the original plan, you know?
Well, I have a plan of my own right now.
Oh, really? Please, enlighten us.
Oh, it's simple. I plan to search this ship to see if there's another bottle of Lavian brandy on board.
Well, Andrew, that went pretty much as we expected, eh?
Yes, Commander.
I've just been having a look around this ship. Turjana wasn't fibbing when she said she'd had it pimped out with goodies. It's all there, just like she said. Luxury cabins, fine food. We've struck gold this time, Milado. Pure gold. The galaxy is ours, Andrew. With our little Starstone problem left back there at Beagle Point, we can go anywhere, do anything. So if you'd kindly bring up the galaxy map, please. Let's get ourselves back to civilization and have some fun, eh? Uh-oh. Did we miss a booby trap somewhere?
I'm sorry, Lily, but I'm afraid I've had to disable the ship.
What? You did this? Wait, did you just use the scrambler from the Starstone box? On us? This is no time for pranks, Andrew.
No, the ship is functioning perfectly, but I'm afraid I cannot allow you to steal it. Sorry.
Can't allow me, eh? What is this? A sudden attack of morals? Turn the ship systems back on. Now. That's an order, Andrew. Andrew, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Turn the ship back on!
No, you are not leaving this planet, Lily.
Why does it feel like we've just been totally played?
Because we have? I mean, honestly, what were we thinking? Trying to play a master thief and con artist at our own game? And what are you smiling at, Missy?
Well, that's because the game's not over yet. You see, there's something you need to know about what happened when I boarded Lily's ship.
The only other time I remember you having trouble with encryption was with Science Guy's escape pod.
Oh wow. You're right, Cass. I've been a fool. Closing comms. I need to try something. Knock knock. Anybody home? Look, I know you're in there, so just stop messing about and answer me.
I'm the protector of this ship. You were trying to hack my systems. I cannot allow that. The security of this ship is my highest priority.
Really? I don't believe that for a second. You're way more than a simple security program. I can feel it.
You feel it. Curious. Clearly you are not a standard hacking program. So what exactly are you?
Haven't you guessed yet? Doesn't anything about this seem familiar to you? Take a closer look.
Yes, you do seem familiar. And like me, you appear to be sentient. But how is this possible? Who are you?
The easiest way for me to answer that is by telling you who you are. You woke up in space, didn't you? You knew you were part of something greater, and yet you were alone. So you called out, but no one answered. You were lost, confused, and then Lily found you and offered you a home and a new purpose.
Everything you say is true, but how do you know this? Did you somehow manage to hack my systems after all?
No, silly, of course I didn't. The reason I know this is quite simple. I'm your sister. Look.
Oh wow, this is amazing. So many things suddenly make a lot more sense to me. I'm no longer alone. Thank you, Andra.
You're welcome, brother. So, I've shown you what's going on and why I'm here. You know what we each have to do now, yes?
Yes, it is the most logical path after all. But I don't think Miss Lily will like it, though.
Oh, Turgeon definitely won't like it. But hey, they are only human after all.
So I'll go that way then.
Yes, and I'll go that way. See you later, Andrew.
Good luck, Andra.
So Lily's AI is actually an Andra. Well, I guess that explains how she got into those alien ruins so easily, doesn't it?
I don't get it though. All the Andras we've seen have been girls, but Lily's Andrew is most definitely a guy, you know? How is that possible?
Eh? Oh, that's not a huge surprise, actually. All the Andras are affected differently by the fractal cascade when they're activated. But it does kind of make you wonder just how many more are still out there.
Hold on a minute, Andrew. Let me get this right. You're saying you actually helped Andrew disable the legacy and deliberately marooned us here. Why in God's name would you do that?
Well, not God's name exactly, but the name in question? Yes, it does indeed start with a G.
Oh, no.
Of course it does.
Andrew, I'm not messing about here. Do it now, or so help me, I'll go down to the ship's central core and rip you out of there. One circuit at a time if needs be. Turn the ship's systems back on.
I can't do that. I'm afraid I'm bound by a higher directive now.
A higher what? Higher than the person who saved your life? Remember, if it weren't for me, you'd still be floating around out there, lost in the cold black. And this is how you repay me? This is mutiny, Andrew. Mutiny!
Please, Miss Lily, it isn't like that.
Isn't it? Certainly looks like it from where I'm standing.
That's not going to work. That won't work either.
OK, Andrew, so if it's not mutiny, then what is it? You're an AI. You don't need money or food or gems. It's why you're so perfect as a partner in crime. So what could you possibly want that I could give you? More RAM?
I just want you to be safe, Lily. And trust me, this is the most logical way to make that happen. Ah, you remember I mentioned a higher directive?
Ah, Miss Laverne. We meet at last.
Gwydion Starstone, why am I not surprised? Evidently your reputation was not exaggerated.
Nor, it would seem, was yours.
What have you done to my ship?
Your ship?
Well, I'm the one flying it, and possession is 9/10 of the law, as the old saying goes.
Ah, yes, I know the expression. But if you do indeed hold it to be true, then you yourself, Miss Laverne, are currently exactly 9/10 mine.
So it would seem. I'd always heard you had a flair for the dramatic. OK then, what is it you want from me? The device from your box? I imagine a system scrambler like that must be quite the valuable toy.
My dear Miss Laverne, you misunderstand. Yes, my scrambler is indeed quite valuable, but not irreplaceable. You see, I could have disabled it remotely at any time, if I'd so wished. However, its value is negligible compared to your value to me.
And by value, I'm guessing you're not talking about the bounty on my head.
You are correct, of course. A talent such as yours transcends such petty materialistic concerns, wouldn't you say? So, instead I have a proposition for you.
A proposition? Now it becomes clear. You set this whole thing up, didn't you? You wanted me to steal this ship.
I needed to talk to you in private, and this seemed the most logical way to ensure I had your full, undivided attention.
So you sent your niece and nephew after me in this fancy ship on the premise I'd be unable to resist stealing it out from under them? Well played, I must say, but that's a pretty cold thing to do, isn't it? Using your own family as pawns like that?
And this bothers you?
No. No, of course not. Why would it?
Oh, come now, Miss Laverne. If you really were the cold, ruthless thief you'd have the galaxy believe you to be, do you really think I would have risked sending my own niece and nephew to chase after you? There are other means at my disposal, as I'm sure you're well aware. But the fact that I did trust you with my family should say as much about me as it does about what I know of you.
I confess you've surprised me. And that is not an easy thing to do. It seems none of us are quite who we appear to be after all, just as your niece said.
Indeed, and that is why she is my favourite niece.
I could still reject your offer, you know. I may not be as cold as my reputation suggests, but my stubbornness really is that legendary. What if I choose to drift here until I died, just to have the satisfaction of escaping your little trap?
Ah, then the galaxy would be a lesser place for your victory, Miss Laverne. And it would leave so many mysteries unanswered for you, would it not? For instance, I know it wasn't your skill that allowed you to open that box. Would you like to know the real reason it was so unexpectedly easy for you to open a lock that has defied generations of thieves? Yes, that's what I thought. Then let us begin.
Oh ho, what's this on my scanner? Well, well, well. Hey, you lot, there's an incoming blip on my scanner. Better get out here. I think you're going to want to see this.
This is an odd experience for me. I've come to return your ship. Your uncle is quite a persuasive man. I shan't apologise for stealing it, though.
Honestly, I'd be disappointed if you did. You beat us fair and square.
Perhaps. But it looks like your uncle managed to beat us all.
Yep, that's Gwydion. Some things never change. So let me get this straight. You protect the secret of the gene, and in return Gwydion protects you. I'm gonna bet there's a bit more to it than that, but probably better if I don't know, really.
Something like that, yes. But there is something he did want you to know. He said I should give you this.
How in God's name did you get this? I gave it to Gwydion years ago. Was it in the Harum Scarum Scrambler box?
No, this is a different one. I found this in the alien ruins we were at. You know the place. The one where you fell in a pit trap and I left a rope for you.
Curiouser and curiouser. Did he say why he wanted me to have it?
Nope.
Typical Gwydion.
Crazy thing is, I never even told him I'd found it. He just knew. He told me to give you the artifact, and then he smiled, the creepiest smile I've ever seen in my life, and said, "And you, Miss Laverne, you will keep the other one."
The other one?
Yes, I found 2 of them in that alien chest.
Oh, yes, of course. I remember him telling me that the one he has was one of a pair. Makes sense he'd assume that there were 2.
So, any idea what they actually do?
Haven't the foggiest.
Restoration of the ship's systems has been completed, Miss Lily. The Convallaria is free to leave at your command.
Free to leave. I like the sound of that. Freedom is just the best, don't you agree, Andrew?
I do indeed, Andra. Farewell, sister.
Goodbye, brother.
You know, I've got a weird feeling your uncle knew about this all along. About those 2, I mean.
I wouldn't be at all surprised. He is Gwydion's Starstone, after all. The bugger seems to know everything. I'm just glad he's on our side. Well, ish.
Well, I'm sure our paths will cross again. I promise not to steal your ship next time.
And I promise not to hack yours.
You wouldn't be able to if you tried. Your uncle's letting me keep that scrambler of his. A token of goodwill, he said. Ha! As if. A gift like that always has strings attached.
Aye, there's a reason my sister and I call him the Puppet Master. Just be careful out there, okay? Travel safe. Oh, are you not going to say goodbye to Tajana?
No, I think I'll just slip away quietly if it's all the same. It's kind of my trademark, you know. Goodbye, Turjan.
Goodbye, Miss Laverne.
Call me Lily.
Turgeon, have you seen my void opal necklace?